Hello, everyone, and welcome to Soul Stained Ink. My name is Beth, and I promised more information on my dissertation, so I'm here to deliver. I'm actually currently working on the proposal for my dissertation. If you don't know, the proposal is what you have to do that's like the basics of what you're researching and putting together for your dissertation. You do like a literary analysis in a quick discussion on like what gaps you're going to be filling and how this adds to the scholarship that is out there, etc. You have to do that and present it to your committee, and then they have to approve or deny. And if you get approved, that is where you go flesh it out and turn it into an actual dissertation. Um, Me being me, of course, I'm working on middle grade literature. If this is your first time seeing my face at all ever, you wouldn't know this about me. But if you've been around for a day or two, you know that I am obsessed with the importance of middle grade literature. A big part of that is because I am certified early childhood through undergrad in English language arts, but my favorite grades to teach are junior high. So the age range that middle grade literature is written for the most part, although I firmly believe it is for everyone. So if you don't know that much about middle grade literature, let me know. I will make a video telling you the age ranges and themes and things that typically go into it. But for my research, I'm looking at critical neurodiversity studies, and CNS basically looks at the different sorts of neurodivergence, autism, ADD, ADHD, OCD, ODD, EDD, dyscalculia, dyslexia, a gajillion other things, selective mutism, all of these different things that mean that your mind is different from the norm. Um, and so it really looks at how you are as a person who has these, um, and a lot of it focuses on own voices. So while we've had all these discussions about literature for people of various ethnicities and cultures and making sure that that literature is written from a place of knowledge, rather than just throwing in a diverse character, CNS is now looking at that for those of us who are neurodivergent. And um, my dissertation, my research is looking at CNS and cultural studies and putting those together with middle grade literature to show that neurodivergence is not universal. It is very culturally and ideologically situated within the text for uh, the middle grade readers. So, what that means is if you are reading a book from the South or located in the South, of the United States, like Meg Eden Hewitt's books, Good Different, The Girl in the Walls. Those books are set in Louisiana. She is from Louisiana, so it is very much Southern situated. She has also owned voices. She has autism in the books. Main characters have autism. And so you see a lot of suppression, tradition, uh, cultural surveillance. You have to be exactly how we want you to be. It is very religiously centered. Well, not necessarily religiously centered, but morally centered. And, you have to follow all of these rules and regulations for Southern tradition, respectability, etc. And a big issue with being autistic is that a lot of the time you are socially awkward, and it is a struggle to mask because you do not understand why you have to do all of these things. Um, So that is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at 4 regions: the South, the Midwest, the Northeast, and the West. So I don't want to get too into all of the scholarly aspect of it, but I thought I would share a couple of things with you. Dr. Nick Walker gave us the neurodiversity paradigm model, and he argues that the problem of neurodivergence lies not in the neurological difference itself, but in cultural systems that privilege particular cognitive styles as normal, productive, and desirable. By the way, I do handwrite everything first, just like I do with my novels. So I'm getting ready to type all of this up. But CNS informed close readings involve reading against dominant narrative frameworks. So the dominant narrative frameworks are things like we need a cure, you must be compliant, we're going to intervene to force you to be what we want you to be, we're going to assimilate you. Um, so if you are reading with the critical neurodiverse framework, you're looking for moments of resistance, opacity, nonconformity. Instead of looking at them as narrative failures, you're looking at them as neurodivergent identity and really seeing how they interact with the culture where you're reading them. So, for instance, the Northeast is very much about academia. And so, if your neurodivergence makes you smarter or makes it to where you can show off in a particular field, then that's okay. They will foster it. But if you are then um, not academically phenomenal, they might try to assimilate you. They're going to try to push you into this different direction or hide you. Midwest, where everything is about like freedom and humility and being restrained. You must be practical and have like the communal harmony, right? Very rural, small town surveillance. So that makes neurodiversity hyper visible. And this area is supposed to be culturally neutral, but it's not. So how do you read neurodiversity in an area that's supposed to be neutral and is decidedly not neutral? Um, the West Coast is very much, individual creativity, progression, but they like to celebrate difference without kind of critiquing the known normative standards. So everybody is different in their own way, but how does that affect what normal is and how we deal with neurodiversity? Um, Anyway, that's just a little bit of what I'm looking at, because neurodivergence is not neutral. It is very different. It is a spectrum for all of us, whether you be autistic, have OCD, ODD, EDD, ADD, ADHD, any of the alphabets uh, that we're throwing out there. No matter what letters you have, it is a spectrum. Not everybody is the same. It is very different how it presents for all of us, even though there might be some things that tie us together. Uh, so, how are we looking at that? And why is it being looked at as being neutral when it is, again, a spectrum and also very much colored by the culture and region that you are living in? So that is what I am looking at. I hope that that was a decent enough explanation for you guys. If you would like to know more or would like to have more updates as I proceed on in this, please let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have not yet, hit that button and hit the bell next to it so you can get notifications for when I go ahead and post more. I will talk to you again soon. Until next time, stay safe out there, guys.